Who would replace Kittle if they don't re-sign him? I like that question. Who would replace Kittle if they don't re-sign him? Okay. I think this is how the Niners are thinking. Obviously, you can't replace Kittle with one player. That's why Kittle has the argument that he's worth twice the amount of the best tight end of all time. He's like two players. He's a number one wide receiver and a number one blocker. He's great. So you can't replace him with one guy, but you don't have to. What the Niners would think is, okay, on our team, Kittle's most valuable asset is his blocking. On our team, because we're run first team. Great receiver too, but the most important thing we would need to replace is his run blocking. Well, a run blocking tight end is not the hardest thing to find. There's not a whole lot of competition and demand for those kind of players. Like Kittle was a 5th round pick and everyone knew he was a great blocker. Everyone knew he was a great blocker at Iowa. If people valued that skill more, he would have been a 1st round pick because he was that good of a blocker. This year, the Niners take Charlie Werner in the 6th round, another stud blocker. Everyone agrees. Best tight end blocker in the draft, was on the best run offense in college football. I don't know if he's George Kittle as a blocker, but he's a stud. So if you can kind of replace that one part of Kittle's game, then Kyle Shanahan can tell himself and the team, we can replace Kittle's production through the air with a bunch of players, not tight ends, running backs, wide receivers, Jalen Hurd, Kyle Juszczyk, Jerick McKinnon, a committee. You don't have to throw to tight ends. You don't have to. You don't have to have a tight end lead your team in catches and targets. It's just don't. So if you can replace Kittle's blocking, you can get by without him. That's what I think the Niners are telling themselves. What I would say is baloney. Baloney. Kittle's worth the money because he's truly rare. I'm the one that argues that quarterbacks aren't worth all the money that they make because the supply and demand has changed. It used to be there was only like 5 good quarterbacks in the world. Now there's like 45. And every year there's like 3 or 4 that come in that are good and cheap. Tight end? How many good tight ends are there in the world? 5? And 4 of them don't even block. That's a very, very rare position with the supply and demand is way different. There's demand for great tight ends and there's 2, 3 great tight ends. 1, if you have them, just lock them up. Just lock them up. Don't tell yourself that you can replace them with a 6th round pick and a poo-poo platter. I like saying poo-poo platter. Have you guys had a poo-poo platter? It's delicious. It's not what you think. It's P-U-P-U, and you get them at like Trader Vic's. Have you been to Trader Vic's? Trader Vic's is good. It's like a tiki bar on steroids, and they make you all kind of stuff. It's fantastic. It's just terrific. Anyway, poo-poo platter. Get a poo-poo platter. I would recommend it.